Welcome back everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the few things which is very important from exam point of view, from your JEE Mains, JEE Advanced and this type of competitive exams. So first thing we will learn about potential gradient. What is potential gradient and what kind of form it will take when we represent electric field as potential gradient. Okay. So here we need to remember 3 things first. What is the value of F? F is equals to QE. Remember, QE means electric potential, electric field, right? Okay. Next is, if I'm writing dW, can we write F dx? Of course, means work done into equals to force into displacement, right? Only this much up to that. Other than that, you know all the things very well. Now I am having 3 points. Okay. Number 1, at point O, here I am placing a source charge which is Q. Q, capital Q, and point P. Okay. And here I am giving you 2 hints. First one is the potential, the value of the potential at point P is V, and the value of potential at point Q is P plus dV. Means very infinitesimal, very small change between these 2 points is having. Okay. Now, can we say that the potential difference between these 2 is this? Okay, what is the potential difference? What is the definition of, what was the definition of potential difference? If I suppose to bring a charge, that is a very small charge, a test charge, from point B to point A, the work done needed divided by that particular point charge is the definition of potential difference, right? So here from point P to Q, I need to place a charge that is of value Q naught. Here you can see, here you can see. Picture is so small, so I'm not writing anything here. Okay. Anyway, so this is your value. So what is the potential? Potential will be the potential of final minus potential of initial, number 1, will be equals to the work done by the external agents. Okay. Divided by the charge we need to place from P to Q. So this will be your total formula become, I'm erasing this because this is becoming so dirty now. So this is your value. Okay. After that, if you open this bracket, what will you have? Only dV. VV will cancel out. V and V cancel out. So this will be your new form, right? Now, next is, can I write, just I am seeing this one previously, that dW equals to FD x or FDR, whatever, XR, anything, the distance, right? Can we write this one? Yes, of course I can. Then if I can write this one, so in place of dW, can we write this one? Yes, of course I can write. And why this is minus? This is very important. Why this is minus? You need to say this in the comment box itself. Okay. Why here it is written that in place of F I have written, it is written minus this one. Why this minus? Okay. Next one is, if I'm placing this total value here, what will be the value become? The value will become Q will be cancelled out and E will be equals to minus dV by dr. This total thing is known as electric field as a potential gradient. Here this term is known as potential gradient. Okay, just remember this thing. One more thing I would like to add. This thing will sound some cliche. Hey, what is this? What E equal to minus dV? See, what is the beauty of this thing? Actually, why we need to learn it? Actually, dV is a scalar quantity. Okay, remember this. And E is a, what it is? E, vector quantity. You have learned it and you forget it. Quite natural. Anything. But anyway, so as this is a conservative force, that is why just by doing a derivative, a simple derivative, you can have a potential from, means you can have a vector quantity from a scalar quantity. This is the magic of this equation. That is why we need to learn this. And in next thing, that is in equipotential surface, we will study this in detail. One more thing, in higher classes you will learn that E will be equal to minus nabla phi. So for this thing you need to learn this. Okay, this is very much important, and this thing do have a potential. we sometimes told, no, this boy is having a potential, this girl is having much potential. So this thing is having so much of potential that it turned a scalar into vector. For a spherical shell, what is the value of electric potential? So we will here study three things, three layers. Number one, we will consider having capital R as radius. This sphere will be known as your spherical shell, that for which we are counting all these things. Okay, number one. Number two, for the first point, okay, that is potential at a point outside the cell. So we need to consider a Gaussian surface like this one, like the larger circle, larger surface. Here the radius is smaller. Okay, here the radius is smaller, and you need to calculate potential for this. See, this is very much easy. Here I am just written the direct forms, but you need to calculate it. First you have to know the E for them, electric field for them. So what is the electric field for this? Okay, for this particular situation, what is the electric field? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, I'm just writing K, okay, because the space is so small. K Q by R square. Here K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay. Next is, we have just done, how can we calculate V from it? Okay, so we can do it very easily. How? We know now that E equals to minus dV by dr. Okay, so what is the value of dV? dV equals to minus integration E dr. Here also integration. Okay, and here what will be the remitting value? Infinity to that point. Here that point means R. Why R? Because it is outside the shell. That's why small r. Okay, so now you need to put this value of E, which is K, or 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square into dr. Okay, I am just doing one derivation for you, and rest of the derivation you can easily do it. So we will become integration, of course with a minus, infinity R. This pen is so thick that only 1 to 2 line I can write. After that completely exhaust. K Q by R square. It is already exhausting. By R. Okay, now these things are constant, only dr by R square is variable quantity. So we can do here that integration K by R square. Okay, I'm not writing it. Minus is already there, and what is the value of dr by R integration? It will be minus 1 by R. You can do that from infinity to that point. Okay, so if you do all the necessary calculation, here there are two minuses. If you just notice it, then it will become positive. Now in this way you can do A, B, C, all the derivations, but only 2 points I need to say here. First, for the surface one, here R is equals to R. So whichever R you are placing, at the end you need to place the capital R, because this is the authentic one for the spherical surface itself, right? This is first one. And the second thing is, for this, see, for this thing I am taking a spherical shell, like a ring that you are wearing, okay, regular ring, just that's a spherical shell. Now whatever charge you are putting inside it, it will come outside, that is on the surface, right? So just on the surface the charges are lying. You are here to consider potential inside any point. So suppose this is now your capital R, and now you have to consider a Gaussian surface that is smaller than capital R. Okay, have you got it? That you need to consider Gaussian surface which is having a radius less than capital R. If you are considering so, then also there is no charge contained. So if charge becoming 0, so inside that charge sphere, value of E will become 0, right? Now again come to the previous slide. You know the value of this. Now here I am putting value E equals to 0. If E equals to 0, then dV dr will equals to 0. Okay, then dV equals to 0, then what will be the value? It will constant, no? So which constant we will take? The constant which is at surface, the constant potential which is lying already at the surface, right? So this will be your form. Okay, hopefully you have understand up to this. So here you can see this formula, this formula, this formula, all are same instead of the R's. The R are different. Okay, so here the graph, which is the most popular graph, and this portion, this total derivation comes along with 5 marks, 3 marks. Along with graphs it is coming of 3 marks, and if it is coming in 5, then it should comprised of some means numericals. Okay, so here the sphere, and at the center we consider the origin, and this origin consists of V and R. We will plot here V and R. Okay, so we can see that the value of V is constant here, right? Value of V is constant here means from the center, means from inside to the surface, from inside to the surface, everywhere the value is this one, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R, which are, that is the radius of the spherical shell. Okay, and after that it will decay faster. Why it is decay faster? Why it is decaying? Because here it is inversely proportional to small r, and the value of small r is larger than r. That is why it is decaying. Okay, hopefully you have understand this one. Now you need to compare this value of graph, not value of graph, the structure of graph with the structure of E. This also comes a lot in board's paper. Can you identify the difference between this two figure? Yes, of course you can. Here for this surface, for this figure or for the spherical shell, E is equals to 0 inside it, right? But here inside the surface the value is constant, value of V is constant. That is why you cannot have any trace of the graph before this end, before R. But here within R also you are having a static curve, that is the value is constant. After that it is decaying, that is normal. But here also the decay portion is also different. One is decaying at the rate of R square and another one is at the rate of R. So this is also a difference. Okay, so finally we are closing this. Thank you so much.